Good morning, welcome. Thanks for tuning in to Kehillat Shari Torah's daily review of Maimonides' 613 mitzvot, the Sefer HaMitzvahs for Tuesday, February 8th. We're going to try and conclude our list. This is a sub-list now. This is not Maimonides' list of 613 mitzvahs. Rather, having gone through the 60 or 70 or so positive commandments which are applicable in our time since we live outside of Israel. And since the temple is not currently up and running at the moment, at least as of this recording, check your local newspaper, your local Orthodox rabbi to see if things have changed by the time you watch this. For example, keeping Shabbat, making Kiddush, on Sabbath and the holidays, putting up a mezuzah, giving tzedakah, other such positive mitzvahs, of which, let's say 60, I think we said 60, are applicable in our times according to Maimonides, right? We now have a list of some 200 prohibitions that are applicable in all times, including ours. We had just mentioned yesterday, talking about the prohibition of working on Yom Kippur. Now, on Yom Kippur itself, in the Torah reading for Mincha, we have a long list of the arayos, of the forbidden intimate sexual relationships, each of which, according to Maimonides' listing, is a separate mitzvah in itself. It's a separate prohibition. So let us go through those just to recap. Remember, we did cover these in more depth, and you can click back into the last couple of months, really, of our review of the mitzvahs to hear in more depth. And, of course, happy to answer any questions or discuss this, learn this in greater depth with anyone who is interested. Number 171 on this list of prohibitions that are applicable in all times, including our times, is intimate relations. These are incestuous relationships. So, forbidden relationship with one's own mother. Next one, forbidden relationship with one's father's wife. Happens not to be one's mother, still the wife of one's father. The incestuous relationship, which of course is forbidden, with one's own sister. Forbidden relationship with the daughter of one's father's wife, if she happens to be one's sister, one's own sister. Having forbidden relationship, incestuous relations with one's son's daughter. Forbidden intimate relationship with one's daughter's daughter. Forbidden relationship with one's daughter. Forbidden relationships with a woman and her daughter. The forbiddenness of intimate relations with a woman and her son's daughter. Forbidden relationships with a woman and her daughter's daughter. Forbidden relationships with one's father's sister, the aunt. Forbidden relationship with one's mother's sister, aunt on the maternal side. Forbidden relationship with the wife of one's father's brother. Forbidden incestuous relationship with one's son's wife. Forbidden relationship with one's brother's wife. Forbidden relations with a sister of one's wife during the wife's lifetime. There is a mitzvah that could adhere in some instances of if a wife passes away. There's a possibility of marrying a sister-in-law if the wife passes away. Forbidden relationships with a menstruant, a woman who's a nida. Forbidden relationship with another man's wife. The forbidden relationship of lying with animals. There's one prohibition for men, one prohibition for women. A man having intimate relationships, sexual relationships with a male. A separate mitzvah of a man having intimate sexual relationships with his father. A man lying physically, having a physical relationship with his father's brother, uncle, is a one of these forbidden relationships. Number 194 out of our list of 200, intimacy with a kinswoman. In other words, affectionate hugging, kissing, other physical contact with anyone from the family, which could lead to more intimate relationships. A mamzer, having intimate relations, sexual relations with a Jewish woman. Having intimate relationships, sexual relations without marriage is forbidden by number 196 on our listing here. It was number 355 out of the 365. We're forbidden to remarry. A person is forbidden to remarry his divorced wife if that wife has married someone else in the interim. 3 more to go. We're forbidden to have intimate relations with a woman who is subject to yibum, to levirate marriage, where the husband passes away without having had children, and she is obliged to marry, if she agrees to the marriage, of course she has the right of refusal, to marry her brother-in-law. We are forbidden to, a man who is incapable of procreating is forbidden to marry a Jewish woman. And the final number 200 out of this list of 200, which are practicable today, castration. That's a forbidden both for humans as well as for beasts. Okay, that wraps up a very, very quick review, perhaps too quick a review of those mitzvahs that are applicable, that we can observe today, those prohibitions. Of course, many of us, just by getting up in the morning, are already observing probably a great number of those prohibitions. We can watch ourselves and learn them to be able to be aware of the more mitzvahs we're doing, because the Talmud says that every Jew is full of mitzvot, like a pomegranate is full of seeds. Keep that in mind, and again, as we say, happy to learn this in greater depth or review with anyone who likes, anyone who's interested, and of course we'll leave this up on the website for quite some time if you'd like to review. Tomorrow, Im Yirtzeh Hashem, we will begin reviewing the laws of Purim, which is coming up in just a few weeks, followed by a review of the laws of Pesach. Please join us for that. In the meantime, have a wonderful day. Thanks for clicking on.